Hi everyone, this is Diana Palm, the Love Witch. Today we're going to talk about totem animals and signs and symbols from the animal kingdom. Is your loved one trying to send you a message from the afterlife by sending a random animal along your path? Or is it a totem animal? Find out in this video. Today I'm going to teach you 4 sure ways for you to differentiate between a totem animal and an actual sign or symbol from your loved one in the afterlife. Animal signs can come to you in any form. You may be greeted by birds in the morning, bunnies, squirrels, deer, any kind of animal, big or small. But how would you know the difference if it's a loved one sending you a message or if this animal is your animal totem? The first way you can tell if a certain animal is sent to you by a loved one on the other side is if this particular type of animal was significant to your loved one who passed. For instance, if your loved one loved frogs and had a huge frog collection and always purchased items and statues with frogs on it, and you suddenly start noticing frogs everywhere after they've passed, then this surely is a sign that your loved one in heaven is sending you a hello from the other side. So if the animal is significant to your loved one on the other side and you begin to see them after they're passing, this is how you'll be able to tell if it's your loved one sending you that message. If you start to see an animal repetitively, it could be your animal totem. For instance, I've been getting visited extremely regularly, multiple times daily, from the hawk. When the hawk chose me, I began to see it everywhere. This is different than an animal messenger. An animal messenger may cross your path to bring you a message in the moment for something relevant going on in your life. This would be a one-time occurrence in a random type of meeting where a certain animal crosses your path that you don't normally see. This would be an animal messenger. When that animal is associated with one of your loved ones who passed, this would indicate that your loved one in heaven is sending you a hello and I love you. If the animal continues to come to you over and over and over, and it does not relate to a specific loved one in heaven, then this may be your animal totem introducing themselves and letting you know that they're around you. It's quite possible for you to have an animal totem that will be with you for a chunk of time, 10 years, 20 years, or a lifetime. And it's possible that you may have more than one animal totem. But the best way to discern this is to actually look up the meanings of that animal totem and find out how those characteristics relate to you in your life. Sometimes you may be visited by an animal that seems completely random. And I love it when this happens because those are messengers from the spirit world, but not connected specifically to a loved one. It's more of your divine connection to everything in nature, everything around you. And no matter if your belief system is creator, God, the universe, when you're going through something in life and you're seeking answers, you're asking for wisdom, clarity, or guidance, it is really common for an animal to be sent onto your path. And this may be a different animal each and every time. These are animal messengers. If you look up the meaning of those animals, it may give you the exact answers that you've been seeking in your life. A couple weeks ago, I went for a sunset horseback ride. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a quiet time of reflection and just pure enjoyment connecting with my big, gentle mountain horse. It was such a wonderful experience. And as I was leaving the ranch that evening, a coyote ran in front of the road, stopped and looked at me, and then slowly turned and walked away. And I took note because I know animals show up in this way all the time when they have a message for you. So as soon as I got home, I looked up the meaning of coyote. You can literally type in the Google bar, spiritual meaning coyote or coyote spiritual meaning, and you will get a plethora of different answers that will really satisfy your curiosity. So in this instance, I Googled coyote and here's what it said. The coyote is known for having very magical energy, and they're drawn to people that also embody magical energy, that use their spiritual gifts. Sometimes the coyote can be a little trickster. So in that case, you want to look for tricksters showing up in your life who are not quite being authentic or 100% honest. Coyotes are also known for being a creator in their life. They are a teacher of hidden wisdom and a keeper of the magic. They're known for being very adaptable and playful. So when you see a coyote, it may actually be asking you to get out and play more, to lighten the load, lighten the mood from what you're doing. Step away from your work, your drama, your chaos, your conflict, and go have fun. The more fun you have, you reach the higher vibrations where all of your spiritual gifts are amplified. This is why it's so important to make sure you're at a high vibration and really enjoying your life no matter what you're going through. You may find that you closely identify with specific animals and wonder why they're not showing up in your life. This is okay too. If you feel really naturally drawn to a specific animal, you may have a lot of characteristics in common with them. But you will know if that animal has chosen you, if that animal shows up in your life by accident or randomly or repetitively. Many times when you actually get visited by a specific animal that you relate to a loved one in heaven, you'll know it's your loved one in heaven because the animal has introduced themselves to you either right before your loved one passed, during the death process, or immediately afterwards. Many times animals will rush in and introduce themselves to you so that you will know what the sign is that you'll be getting from your loved one once they pass. They usually introduce themselves sometimes during that death process. When one of my grandmas was getting ready to pass, I was receiving the phone call, and just at that time when we were discussing her condition, a hummingbird came, buzzed right in front of my face, hovered about this far away from me, just staring at me, and wouldn't leave. The entire time I was talking to my sister on the phone, and here's this hummingbird, really obvious, really making itself known to me. Immediately after my grandmother passed, that hummingbird came and visited me daily. And now whenever I see the hummingbird, I connect that directly to my grandma as a way of her saying hello and I love you. Many people think that the animal is actually their loved one, and that's not quite the case. But animals are representative of your loved one and can be sent by your loved one. So start to take note of what kind of animals are showing up in your life and discerning, is this your totem animal, a repetitive, lifelong visitor? Is it a symbolic animal coming to you with a message, an answer to your questions at just the right time? Is it sent by your loved one to tell you that your loved one in heaven is there visiting you? Or is an animal showing up during a difficult time in your life to let you know that you are being watched over by spirit, that you are supported, and that you're never alone? Go ahead and write that down in the comments below. Let me know what kind of animals are showing up for you and who you connect them to, or what those messages mean for you specifically. If you like this video, be sure to give me a like down below, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I can't wait to see you in the next video.